everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Paris, and I'm the author of the Magi trilogy. The first two books of which, The Magi and Illusion of Fear, which I am actually kind of matching today, are available to purchase now on Amazon, or I do have signed copies. In today's video, I want to talk about actually kind of what I just did, and that is marketing. Marketing specifically on social media, because marketing in general is one of, if not the most important parts of self-publishing or selling any product really, whether you are producing it yourself, whether you're starting a business with somebody else, whether you're a traditional published author, you still got to do some of your own marketing to varying levels and degree. But when you are self-publishing, when you're an indie author, really it all falls on you. So in today's video, I'm going to share what I'm calling 10-ish tips on marketing on social media, because a lot of these tips kind of coincide with each other. The first, and what might be the most important tip, is to not be afraid to put yourself out there. Now, I know that is definitely easier said than done, regardless of whether you're marketing face-to-face or if you're behind a screen and you're posting and advertising on social media. Even, hitting that post button can be a little nerve-wracking. But the reality is that it comes down to this. If you don't talk about your book, if people don't know your book exists, they're not going to buy it. So if you want sales, then you have to put yourself out there. You can't let your nerves get in the way of that. You won't get any sales if you don't talk about your book. The second tip on my list is to not rely on any one form of media. Now, you can interpret this in a couple different ways. The first is if you're looking at a specific platform. Take Instagram, for example. Instagram has their grid posts. They have, which you can also turn into a carousel, meaning there's two options in one there. You can do Reels, you can do Stories, you can do live streams, you can do IGTV. You get it, the list is long. If you are using only one form of those, for example, just grid posts, you are limiting yourself to people who look at grid posts. If you use just Reels, now Reels tend to get a larger reach just in general, but still you are limiting yourself in some form. If you have grids and Reels, then you kind of double your audience in a way. Not exactly, again, like I said, there's different forms of media on there that will get more attention, but using a variety of different things, going on Instagram Live to talk to your followers, sharing little updates on your stories, it's only going to benefit you. You could also interpret this tip as not being on only one social media platform, meaning don't be just on Instagram. Use Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, there's Twitter, I don't even know, there's so many of them out there now. I'm personally on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, and my Facebook is really just for some people from my church who don't have Instagram. I use it to advertise to them kind of specifically. That being said, if you are utilizing different forms of media, then you are broadening your audience. You're giving other people who wouldn't necessarily see your posts, hear about your book, you're giving them a chance to hear about it. So, different forms of media, it's only going to help you. The third tip is to be straight to the point. Try to find something that's going to absolutely just grab your reader, your audience's attention, something that's going to get you kind of a flash buy. Now, you can argue that having these longer winded posts, whether it's a full synopsis, whether it's a summary of the book, reading the first chapter, having a lot of characters introduced at once, those are great to post. I'm not telling you not to do them. But what I'm trying to say here is that a lot of people have short attention spans. So if you can catch their attention with something short, like a cliffhangery line, a flash aesthetic, an introduction to just one character, you're more likely to kind of keep their attention a little bit because it's an in and out type of thing. Again, I feel like there's a lot of arguments on this one, because you could also argue that if you're only in somebody's brain for 3 seconds, are they going to buy your book? Maybe, maybe not, but if you post 10, 20 of these and they see all of them, those seconds add up. The fourth tip I have is to not be afraid to participate in things like collabs and giveaways. Now, if you aren't able to participate in those, or you're not comfortable with it, that's fine. It's not going to screw you over. But if you can do it, it can be very beneficial for you for getting sales and growing your audience. Whoever it is that you're collaborating with, you're going to want some connection between the two of you. You're going to want to have some sort of bookish connection or entrepreneur connection or whatever it is. Either way, it doesn't matter exactly who you're collaborating with. Your audience is you and it's them when you collaborate together, meaning double the people, double the reach, double the sales, double the everything in the ideal world. For giveaways, giveaways are very good because they're exciting. They are fun. People get into it, whether it's people that have been following you for ages, whether it's people that have been following you for a couple weeks, whether it's potentially new people getting into it as well. Giveaways tend to have a wider reach, particularly if part of the giveaway is, sharing on your story, having everybody who enters share a little bit about the book. It spreads the word. Number 5 is don't forget your loyal followers. I'm talking about the followers who have been there from the beginning, the people that comment on all of your posts, the people whose usernames you recognize. I'm not saying to favorite them, but I'm saying to be loyal to your loyal followers. While growing your audience and getting new people in is important, you also want to keep the people who are already there. If you have people who are always commenting and interacting with you, interact with them in return. Ask them, what do you want to see? Do something that caters to their interests. If they're wanting to see more aesthetics, maybe post some more aesthetics because you're wanting them to stay. And again, anything you post is going to draw people in, even if it's catering to people who are already there. So don't forget your loyal followers. You want to thank them in some way. You want to recognize them so that they maintain their loyalty. The 6th thing is something I'm kind of guilty of neglecting, but I'm working on getting better at, and it's having a newsletter/website. Now, the benefit of these is, first of all, it's professional. Having a clean website with, your books organized, with information about you, with other products, other services you provide. It's professional, it's clean, it's something you're going to want to have. A newsletter is a form of reminder for people. It is a great form of advertising because it reminds people that you exist. People who subscribe to your newsletter want to know more. You wouldn't subscribe to a newsletter you don't care about. So you know immediately that this is an audience who wants to hear from you, and it gives you a great way to sneak into their awareness. If somebody forgot your book in their Amazon cart and you sneak in their little email, they're going to remember, they're going to buy the book. Not only that, but it gives you an opportunity to get them excited about special things. You can share excerpts, you can give them a sneak peek of the cover, tell them the title first. All of these different things, it gets people excited, it gets people into you, it gets people into your book. Number 7 is to advertise your book with your book. You don't want people to know what's inside. You want people to recognize the book. That's why I start most of my videos with me holding one or both of my books, so it shows you, this is the physical thing. This is what I have to sell. So these copies right here are my advertising copies. I'm not going to sell these because I play around with them. I film reels with them, all of those things. These are specifically my marketing books. If you don't have a physical copy of your book, whether that's because you're just in a position where you can't afford to get that copy right now, or your book isn't quite published yet, there are places you can go to create mock-ups of your book. I'm not super familiar on this. I can make another video on it if you would like, so let me know in the comments. But places, even Canva, you can make free mock-ups of your books. You can look up how to create a free book mock-up, how to create mock-ups. Some of them you need to pay, etc. Having, that physical image or the physical book so people can see, it's a great way to advertise because it shows this product is a real thing. Number 8 is to hype it up. Your level of enthusiasm is your audience's level of enthusiasm. If you are looking at marketing as a chore, which at sometimes it certainly feels like, your audience is going to tell. If you just post, you're like, you know what, I don't have anything today, I'm just going to post a quick quote, or I'm just going to post a synopsis again, it's fine, nobody cares. You're right, nobody's going to care. But if you are excited, like I'm so excited to share this quote with you because of XYZ, here's a synopsis of my book, I can't wait for you to share more of it with you. Just that level of enthusiasm, even if it's the same content, is going to make a difference. If you are excited, if you post your face being like, my book comes out in 10 days, my book comes out in 9 days, things like that, people are going to be excited. And I'm not saying you need to be bubbly, over the top, obnoxious. Just say it with a smile on your face. Put it in the text. I'm so excited to share more of this book with you. Or I'm so happy that I can finally introduce blank character. I'm looking forward to doing the cover reveal next week. Having a smile on your face, being positive, it's going to make people positive about your book because they're more likely to be excited about a product, the actual, maker, the writer, the author, whatever it is you're calling yourself. If you're excited about it, your audience is going to be excited about it. The 9th tip I have actually really rides off of number 8, and that is to try to enjoy the marketing process. Now, I know that marketing can be frustrating. I'm going to talk about that for the final tip and to wrap everything up. But trying to enjoy it is really important. When you post something and you only get 10 likes or so, you might be like, this is miserable, this stinks, I don't want to do it anymore. You got to keep doing it. If you want to get sales, you got to keep doing it, so you might as well try to enjoy it. Don't just cater to your audience and what they want to see, cater to yourself. If you can't stand grid posts, I do think you should still post them from time to time, but focus on the reels, focus on what you're having fun with. If you're, feeling burnt out from creating all of these posts, maybe hop on Instagram Live, do something fun, do something that you enjoy, and your definition of enjoyment can be different. Some people like typing out their posts, some people like dancing in front of the camera, some people like to try new things, some people really like, baking a cake to celebrate an anniversary, something I want to do one day. Do something fun, do something that you're going to enjoy, because all of these things, talking about your book, smiling with your book, it's gonna sell your book. That's how it happens. So finding a way to enjoy it is incredibly important. Yes, you might get burnt out from time to time, and that's totally fine and it's understandable, but to try to find a way to continue to enjoy it, it's really, really important. The final tip I have is to don't give up. And I know that might seem like everybody says that, or you know what, Paris, whatever. I understand if you're thinking that, but the first tip I gave you was to keep in mind that if you don't talk about your book, nobody's gonna buy it. If you give up, nobody's gonna buy it. Your sales might be going down right now. If you give up, if you stop posting, period, that's not gonna get any better. It's only gonna get worse. So keep in mind that marketing does benefit you. Most of your sales are gonna be from word of mouth. It's gonna be from talking about it. It's gonna be letting people know this book is out there. Not many people are going to randomly be scrolling through Amazon and they happen to see your book and they happen to just buy it. They're going to want to hear something about it first. So your marketing, you're talking about it, it's going to benefit you. Keep in mind too that once people, read your book and they post a book review, if they post an unboxing of your book on their page, whatever it is they do, other people are actually helping you market. It's not just you, even if it feels like that. Not only that, but I guarantee you that every single person who has ever marketed any product out there knows exactly how you're feeling. They know how it is to be frustrated with it. They know how it feels. I understand it too. If you, know another indie author, maybe ask them for some tips. Maybe ask them for some advice on why they didn't give up. What reasons can they give you to also not give up? Whatever the case, if you keep going, it will get better. It might take time, but it will get better. If you've stuck around this far, thank you. I know that was a lot. Marketing in and of itself is a lot. So if you have any clarifying questions that you have, if you have anything you want me to dive deeper in, definitely let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to help you out, whether it's just replying to it in a comment or if it's making another video about it. This video actually was a video request. I do answer your requests, so if you have a video request, let me know. For now, thank you again for watching. Have a great weekend because it is Friday. I'm very excited for the weekend myself. And whatever time it is, whether it's morning, evening, or night, have a great day.